Hi, my name's Cheryl Hurst. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Sydney, Australia. How are you? What a fine Monday morning. At least it's blue, nice skies, but it's still cold, and at least there's a bit of sun. So you can see I've got a bit of sun here, so I hope that's not too distracting. Okay, today I want to show you a stamp bundle called Hey Chuck Bundle. Now this was my favourite of all the stamps in the new catalogue, and you'll find it on page 49. Here it is here. This is the one I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to be using Rhinestone Basic Jewels. I'll be using Paragon Party, the Hobo Blue, Stays On, and I'll explain why I'm using Stays On and not Tuxedo. Smoky Slate. I'll be using this black and white ribbon. Also, I'll be using, this is why I'm using Stays On, is I'm going to be using the watercolour pencils. These are new ones in the Stampin' Up catalogue. Okay, and there's the item code if you want them. They're beautiful pencils. I'll be using some of those. This is the stamp set. I've pulled the stamps out already. I'll be using the fence. Be using It's Your Birthday. Be using this fellow and the skateboard. So they're the stamps I'll be using. Also, I'll be using the exposed brick. You probably can see it there. Embossing folder. I'll be using the nested essential dies. These are new in the calendar, and they're in the catalogue. And I'll be using the two larger ones here for that one. What I'm going to say is that they're a standalone, so they're not in a bundle, so you might have missed them. They're with where the dies are. And also I'll be using the Hey Chuck dies. And I need a bit of scrap paper. So the colour I'll be using will be Poppy Parade. That's my base. The white for the inside, which I'll probably just put one in there for the go inside. I'll be using Basic Black as a border. Basic White, which I've already done the embossing, as you can see. We're putting it there. I'm using the DSP, the in colours. That will go there. This is the Basic Black from the nested dies, the white, a scrap of black, and I've already cut out the vein of the dies here. Okay, so that will just go, and that's what pops out. Okay, so we'll start, and naturally dimensionals, multi-purpose glue, seal. Okay, so where do we start? We start with, we'll get a scrap of paper, the Stays On. Now this will dry very quickly, so you always keep the lid on. I had to re-ink it, so you just stamp it and smell it. I can put him over here. Okay, so he's done nicely, and you let him dry. Now while I'm waiting for that to dry, just get another piece of scrap paper, and we need to do his skateboard. So we'll do a skateboard here. Okay, so we're finished with that. So we put the lid back on, and the inner lid and the outer lid. Okay. Right, now we need the Smoky Slate, and what we're going to do there is use the Smoky Slate and make a fence. So that's what we're going to do there. So 3 is done. The next bit of stamping we're finished with the smoky slate. The next bit of stamping is on the scrap piece of black, and we're going to be using our embossing tools. So this is additional embossing. So you're going to use the VeraMark, the tongs, and the embossing buddy. These all come together in a kit there. Okay, all that comes into a kit. Very useful. And we're going to use white embossing powder. So what you do is cover it by great, especially when it's black. Okay, so we don't want any static, we don't want anything left behind. I'll be using the tongs. I'll get out my stamp for happy birthday, and we're going to use the VeraMark, and we're just going to stamp on there. Okay, can you see that? The stamp, it's just like a gluey thing. Now we're going to get my white embossing powder, and because I use it a lot, this is why I put it in the container, and you just cover it. Okay, give it a shake and just give it a flick, and there you have it. Okay, it's nicely covered. All right, so I'll put that away because we don't want any of that stuff around. Just going to stick any residue away. And now, sorry, it will be a little bit noisy, but I want to use the heat tool. This is the heat tool. Okay, you do need to use a heat tool, and it has 2 settings. Okay, 1 and 2. And when you're heat emboss, you need it on 2. I just put a side heat just to warm it up. And this is where you'll see the magic happen. And it's not scary at all, okay? It's very easy to do. So I'll put it up here so you can see. And now I'm just bringing the heat tool in, and you watch the powder melt. You see the powder melting? There, that's it. And just turn it off. So there you are, we've got that done. And we just put it in the trimmer and trim it up, and it'll be nicely done. So we've got that part of the stamping done. Now we'll just use the other 2. So we'll just get rid of this part of it, if you can see here. Okay, we don't need these stamps anymore. We'll just move them aside. Just out of our way. So you can better look here. Now, I'll do the green first. I'm going to use the Parakeet Party. And I'm getting the blending brush out. Now, I've already, as you saw, stamped, but I've die cut it just for ease. This is the die cut I used, and it's just, so I roughly want it in about the middle there. So I'll just get my ink, and what I do, I start off the page because I don't want a blob. Okay, so you just start just nicely, just little circles, and you just go to how dark you want. Okay, this is grass. And if you need some more ink, you just add more ink as you go to how dark you want. So you start off light, and then you just go to how much you want. So there you are, I've got that done. So we're finished with the Parakeet Party. Now I'm going to use Hobo Blue, and I'm just going to do the sky. So just getting the blue blending brush, and the same thing, just getting ink on my brush, and I start here. See how it goes dark there? So I didn't want that blob, and I'll just go in here. So there you are. Maybe I had a bit too much ink. There you are. And you can see the fence goes nicely there. So we'll just glue that on while we've got it. I just use just a straight line of there. So we've got that ready. So we'll put that aside for the moment. And now we're going to do our watercolours. The pencils I'm using is Pecan Pie. It's just called Blue, Pumpkin Pie, and Real Red. Okay, so with this, now you just colour in. You don't have to be neat and tidy with this. Just colour in, and if you want it a bit darker, just press harder. So on his eyes, I want that to be a bit darker, his eyelids, and on his cone, I want that to be quite red, so I'm just colouring in there. You can see I'm not worrying too much, I'm just trying to stay in lines. I'm going to start here, I'm going to start here dark, and as I go up I'm going lighter. Okay, and light there. Okay, and do a bit of red on his legs there at the top. And now I've got the pumpkin pie. Going to do his beak, his little flappy things there, and his legs and his feet in pumpkin pie. And I'm going to use the pecan pie, and I'm just going to colour this medium on his body. And I'm going to a bit of red on his tail. Going to do it dark here, a bit there, little colour, bit of pecan. Okay, and now I'm going to use the blue for his shorts. Just not colour in the circles, you can have white polka dots. You can see that. And I just might call in the daffodil and just give it the touches at the end of his tail there. Just a bit more colour. Okay, so I've got that done there. Now, what I like to use is the blender pen. Okay, so with the blender pen, I'm going to start with the red here. So I'm just going to touch the red and just go over all the red bits and just blend it in. Okay, you can see how it softens. Don't worry if you get out of the lines here, because we're going to stamp it. We're going to die cut it. So that's what we've done there. Now you need to clean that part, so you just, that's why I've got this paper here, until it gets clear. Okay, so now I'll just do the pecan pie part. Do the big pecan there. Okay, and do the same, just to run it out, because you don't want the colours to. And just the yellow there, do the same, and now just do the blue. You can see how, and clean it off because you'll forget. Okay, so you can see how different it is. Okay, now you just need to get your die cut, and we'll cut him out. Okay, the fence, we'll use the, actually we've already cut that one out, and the skateboard. So the skateboard will do a little bit of pecan here and blue on the top. And we just use our blends just to blend it in. Okay, and we'll die cut those out. So the magic of television, YouTube, we've got it done already just to save time. Okay, so we've got that done. So I'll bring in our cardstock. What I want to use the multi-purpose glue and just a tiny little bit of glue. Tiny bit of glue just here. Be handy on the right side of it. Okay, and we'll just have his feet on, oops, his feet on there. Just hold that until it sticks. There. And we just need some dimensionals. There. Got that going well. Okay, so we'll put the card together. So, okay. We'll glue the emboss part. Now when you have embossing, make sure you glue it well, either with the multi-purpose or the other. Make sure it's all glued down, because of the embossing it could come apart quite easily. So I've used a bit more glue than I normally do. So that's done. And the same here. All of my measurements will be down below or on my blog. You can see the cards there. And I'm just going to put that down the bottom here. Okay, and now I just need some ribbon. So I'm just going to put some ribbon across here. I'm just going to use my paper snips, cut it. As you can see, I don't have much left of this because I love the gingham ribbon. And I'm just going to put that over there. Done nicely. Okay, and now I'm just going to glue and I'm going to put it on the red. It makes it pop, doesn't it? The little bit of black makes it pop. Just with this one, because it's dark, I'm just going to do playing properly with that. Just a new one. Okay, and we're just going to pop that in there. Okay, so we're going to bring this one back in and we're going to glue him down onto the black piece, just in the center there. We're building, and take the dimensionals off. Okay, so we'll put him there, doing his skateboard. Okay, we're going to put some dimensionals on the back here. You can use the white, or we've got black ones. I just don't know where I put my black ones at the moment, but I have them. It would have been probably better to have black there. And we're just going to put him there. Okay, don't need this anymore. Okay, then we've got the weather vane and just a bit of glue. I'm not going to glue all the bits down, just going to put it in the big spots, just a tiny bit, because a little bit of Tombow goes a long way. And just slide that in, stick it down. Then we've got It's Your Birthday. Then we'll just put it here. We might put it down here too. And I'm just going to put a couple of, what did I do with them? Lost them already. The dimensionals. There's 2 dimensionals there. I'll put it down here for this one. And put the glue away. So there you are. And what we just need now is to put the rhinestones on. I lose everything at this workstation. There they are. I like to use my picker tool. These are lovely, the rhinestones. Goes with everything. And we're just going to put one up here. Use some small ones. I'll put one here. And might put one down over here. I like to use 3, the odd number. So there you have it. This is the card I made before. So you can see the birthday card is up the top. It's Your Birthday up the top there. Also, I made a couple more. Made this one. And I made this one. And they're the stylish shapes. Dies for those. And oh, sorry, stylish shapes for that one, and that's the punch, the 2-inch punch. Okay, so there you are, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love for you to subscribe my channel and like it if you like this card, and also if you would like, if you live in Australia and you would like a catalogue. Please email me and I'll send one out to you today, or whatever, whenever you send me an email, I'll send it straight out to you. That's my gift to you. And thank you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful Monday, and I'll see you later in the week. We'll be Wednesday. So I'll see you later. Bye.